The philosophy of money. What we really value. Money. It's the universal lubricant of modern life, the metric by which we often measure success, and the source of countless sleepless nights. Yet, despite its centrality, we rarely pause to consider its true nature. We treat it as a concrete, objective entity, a stack of bills, a number in a bank account. But in reality, money is one of humanity's most powerful and pervasive philosophical constructs. It is less a material thing and more a collective belief system that acts as a vast, interconnected ledger of reciprocal social obligation. Understanding the philosophy of money isn't just about economics. It's about understanding human psychology, societal trust, and what we, as individuals and a species, genuinely hold dear. At its most fundamental, money is not wealth. It is merely a claim on wealth. Wealth is the collection of real assets: food, shelter, skilled labor, time, natural resources, and genuine human connection. Money is the promissory note that allows us to access that wealth later or from someone else. This disconnect between the symbol, money, and the substance, wealth, is the root of its philosophical complexity. It necessitates radical trust. Every time we accept a currency, we are entering into a social contract with every other person who accepts it, implicitly agreeing that tomorrow someone else will honor that same piece of paper or digital entry in exchange for a tangible good or service. This trust is the invisible foundation upon which all modern economies are built. A collapse of a currency is, first and foremost, a collapse of collective trust. The most profound philosophical question money forces us to confront is, what does this effort cost? Before currency, trade was direct and intuitive. This many fish for that many baskets. The value was transparently tied to the effort and scarcity. Money, as a medium of exchange, abstracts this link, making it less clear. We no longer trade our time directly for goods. We trade our time for money, and then money for goods. This subtle but critical step introduces a layer of separation, allowing us to quantify our entire lives. Our labor, our leisure, our skills, and even our attention become assigned a monetary value. This is where the concept of what we really value comes into sharp focus. Consider the stark contrast in how we value certain professions. An artist who dedicates a lifetime to crafting emotionally resonant work may earn a pittance, while a financial analyst who shuffles digital assets might earn a fortune. Economically, this is framed as supply and demand, efficiency and market forces. Philosophically, it exposes a societal prioritization. The current structure values the leveraging of existing capital and the optimization of systems far more highly than it values emotional labor, artistic contribution, or even basic, non-scalable caregiving. Money becomes a quantifiable echo of our collective, perhaps subconscious, moral priorities. It forces us to ask, if we truly value health, why do nurses and teachers often struggle financially, while hedge fund managers do not? The flow of money reveals the true operative answer to that question, irrespective of what we claim to believe. Furthermore, money acts as a powerful, albeit imperfect, store of time. When you save money, you are not simply accumulating paper. You are bottling the flexibility of your future self. Saving $100 today means your future self has the option to deploy the labor equivalent of that $100 years from now to buy a new experience, secure a necessity, or alleviate a sudden crisis. It is a tool for future-proofing one's life. The tragedy of poverty is not just the immediate lack, but the complete absence of this option value, locking individuals into a cycle where all time and energy must be spent merely to survive the present moment, eradicating the capacity to invest in a better future. The ability to save is therefore a kind of freedom, the freedom from immediate necessity. A crucial, often overlooked aspect of the philosophy of money is its relationship with meaning and purpose. Money is an excellent tool for transactional efficiency, but it is a terrible master for existential fulfillment. The famous hedonic treadmill, the psychological observation that people who acquire wealth often return to their baseline level of happiness shortly after the purchase, is proof that money is a proxy, not the destination. We don't truly value a luxury car. We value the status, security, and perception of success that we believe the car will generate. When we mistake the proxy, money, for the true value, security, respect, time, we embark on a perpetual, unfulfilling chase. The most philosophical use of money, therefore, is its ability to buy back time, to delegate tasks and free up mental space so one can dedicate himself to non-monetary pursuits that genuinely align with one's core values, whether that is creative work, community service, or simply being present with loved ones. In conclusion, money is a lens through which we can view the soul of society. It is a collective delusion we all agree to uphold, a mechanism for quantifying human effort, and a reflection of our most deeply held and often contradictory values. It compels us to articulate in concrete terms security over risk, present consumption over future flexibility, and scalable financial engineering over unquantifiable human care. To truly understand money is to understand the nature of trust, time, and collective aspiration. If this deep dive into the philosophy of our financial lives sparked a thought or shifted your perspective, consider letting me know. It's the engagement and thoughtful conversation that gives this exploration its true value. Hit the like button to signal that you value content that goes beyond the surface. Subscribe for more philosophical musings on everyday topics. And most importantly, drop a comment below and tell me, what, in your honest opinion, is the most overvalued thing in our monetary system today? Let's keep the conversation going.